What is going on? Welcome in to the live stream tonight, fam. Thanks for stopping by. Gonna have a good time on the stream today. We got a sweet agenda of things to talk about, all NBA. So if you're joining live here on YouTube or X, welcome on in. I'm gonna put up something in the chat. Gonna try to run a couple little things today, some little prompts to kind of spur the conversation here. So if you have any thoughts on the posted up pin that I put, let me know. Hope everybody had a good time watching the Emirates NBA Cup final yesterday. Congrats to the Bucks with the big dub. First question I want to know. Good evening, jump shoot. What's going on? Bucks fan, am I right? I know you're a Milwaukee Brewers guy. So, first question is, do we get a rematch in the NBA Finals? What do you guys think? We got the Bucks and OKC. There you go. Collected some Bucks in my days. What a name for a team, man. They have one of the coolest logos also. So here's kind of how I wanted to break it down today. Wanted to do a recap on the Emirates NBA Cup for a little while. That was a blast. I'm so happy that they're doing that tournament in the middle of the season. I think it just takes everything up a notch. Possible for a rematch? I think so. Ooh, look who we have here. A guest popping on screen. Let me bring in the boy. Welcome in, Big Nate. I don't know if you're muted or not, and I don't even know if you texted me. I haven't looked at my phone in the past like 15 minutes, so welcome aboard, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. December, it hit me today at work. I was like, we are 7 days away from Christmas. That is bananas, dude.
I'm
not in Christmas mode yet. We got the tree and the gifts and stuff like that, but we're traveling in a couple days, and no, not in Christmas mode yet. So, how you been, dude?
What's up, jump shoot? Good, man. Good. Been dabbling a little bit in the free rolls on NBA Sorare, just enough to understand how it works. Heard you guys talking about the essence and the dailies and all that, so I had to see what was what. But besides that, just counting down the 75 days to Sorare MLB.
Dude, actually, when you texted me that today too, Chewy, what's up, man? Long time no talk, man. Hope you're doing well. Big Sat Kings fan in the building, Chewy Wolf. But yeah, that's awesome, man. I want to hear how your experience with Sorare NBA has been going, because all the stuff that we had talked about, like on the stream a couple weeks ago, man, just kind of looking back on it and speaking it out loud was really cool, because they've innovated a lot and the gameplay is so fun. I'm having a blast. One of the things that I kind of wanted to do here is kind of look at the competition growth within Limited. From like game week 1 to where we're at now. It's something that I haven't really analyzed yet. So I'd love to see that. I'm sure, a couple of people in the chat probably already know. If you know the stats, let us know. We can just kind of confirm. But I did want to see that and kind of see where we've gone throughout the season. I know people are winning and getting more cards. And, as the season goes on, prices drop a little bit too. So it makes it more accessible to start playing mid-season. And so I'm sure the number has gone up quite a bit. Compared to what it was at the beginning. So we'll check into that in a little bit. But did you catch the game last night?
Which game?
There we go. the rerun of the Sox World Series.
Was the Cup final last night? I'm not an NBA guy. I'm not.
We go.
I don't pretend to be.
There we go. So it was. It was close for about, it was within 10 for the first 3 quarters. Bucks pulled away. I would love, both of those teams have looked really, really good in the season so far. So I'm excited to see if we can get them on runs. The Bucks obviously have Giannis, and SGA has been a stud for Yeah, OKC's just playing well all around too. Dame had some crazy shots yesterday. Let me share my screen. I'll show you kind of how the bracket went down. Are you familiar with the NBA the tournament?
Yes, yes, I am.
Oh, dude, it's so cool how they do that. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the concept. I just don't watch basketball.
Super fun, man. Let me share my screen here. Here's how it all kind of went down once it got past like the group stage. Let me see here. Let me zoom in on this little dingy. All right. So in the Western quarterfinals, we had the Thunder beat the Mavs handily, and then Houston got Golden State by 1. Then they went on to beat the Rockets in the semis pretty handily, and then lose to the Bucks in the championship. There's some fun games in here too. Bucks and Magic was a good one, and Trae Young at the Garden. Just doing Trae Young stuff at the Garden, unfortunately for Knicks fans out there. And then the Bucks took it to him and ended up winning it all. So, yeah, pretty simple.
Celtics didn't even make it out of group play, huh?
Nope. Celtics did not make it out of group play. Lakers won it last year. They didn't make it out of group play. No surprises there. But yeah, this is how it all kind of shook out here. Let me see here. Any highlights from the group chat? We got some baseball talk in here. You like that? We like that. The Sacramento A's potentially in the MLB. We got some talk on the Rays and Hud's dog. What's going on? Welcome in, man. What else do we got here? I mean, yeah, we can look in. This site has been great too because you can tap into, just the game right here and kind of take a look at the final. Get the box score and the game charts and stuff like that. But it's been a fun season so far, man. How have you been enjoying the free side of it?
I like it. It's I really enjoy the dailies. I think that, like I said, I don't watch the NBA. It's not that I don't like basketball. There's just only so many hours in the day, and I'm a diehard with baseball and football. But I wanted to see what the NBA product looked like, and the dailies are what seems to be like the next step of the special weeklies with MLB, which, as you and I have talked at length on these streams, we both love. So I like seeing the different wrinkles. I don't have nearly the cards to fully enjoy it. I have to skip a lot of them, although I have, I've doubled my common collection up to this point. But yeah, the daily play with the unique lineup setting, I think that, translating into MLB, we enjoy that unique lineup setting. It's on most weeks, it's pretty obvious which series or teams or players you should be targeting unless you're going contrarian. But when it comes to these dailies, it juggles that up and makes you use your collection differently. So it's got me drooling over thinking about using the hundreds of MLB cards that I have to uniquely deploy in a different setup on each day. So I really, really like that part of it. I think that the salary cap, as a concept is a fun one if deployed correctly. I'm not really sure I love the way that the NBA one works. I think that, I don't know, it's just a little bit strange to me that if a guy's going hot, he costs more, he goes down. Like there's the anomalies are weird. I think that there could be a different way to do it if they were going to implement it into MLB. But yeah, those are kind of the standout differences that I've noticed so far.
Definitely. Yeah. It doesn't fit, I don't think, really well in MLB just because, there's so much more, disparity. I think the thing that we talk about all the time is in NBA, you got 5 starters, you got a couple key role players on each team, that could fill points and beat their cap. It calls for having a really big gallery and not all the time being able to use those, even though there is multi-entry. So, that's one thing that you don't get a taste of just playing common is the multi-entry factor on it. Which has been a pretty cool one too, because it really allows you to get in there and pick, where you want to be most dangerous or, where your priorities are going to be that week. For me, so far this year, my only priorities have been, and it all goes back to the prize structure too. So my priorities have been the in-season contests.
Mm-hmm.
And my strategy was just to chip away at my initial investment and get back, some $5 wins, $10 wins. And then of course, hopefully get one or two big ones, like we started rolling in baseball. So one of those kind of wins can make your season. And you don't have to have a crazy gallery in order to do that if you're playing the right thing. So that's kind of how it's gone for me this year. I've liked the multi-entry a lot more than I thought, actually.
Cool.
So
that's good to hear.
Just the prize structure is a little light on the classic contest, but there's still utility there, and you can still use your best cards in your in-season lineup one card. So just like baseball. Yeah, man. Have you gotten into any of speaking of specials, there's a couple Christmas specials, which I think are super cool. Have you checked into those concepts at all?
Do you mean like the daily check-in stuff or actual contests?
Yeah. I'll pull it up. There's actual contests. Let me pull this thing up for you. So first of all, there's been this like neon calendar, right?
I've been doing that.
Yeah. So it's interesting how like it's cool how they incentivize you to be on the site every day and be active and really be an active participant. Like doing stuff like this is pretty awesome. I think it's going to keep people engaged. It even draw new people into Sorare. I think they're doing a great job with it. They have this calendar here that just kind of gives you, certain opportunities and special credits. And if you want to go back and see what they all were, just go to sorare.com/MBA/blog, and they chronologically like order, everything that they put out so far. So that's cool. But there's 3 special contests for Christmas season coming up. The first one's tomorrow, the second one's on the 21st, and the third one's on Christmas Day. Like unique to a different extent. It's really cool. So the one tomorrow is just normal. They're just beefing up the prizes. But the one on the 21st is called Bounty Hunter. And here's how Bounty Hunter works. So it's basically anybody who hits the target score gets the same prize, right? So, there could be, the common score is a 5-star box, right? But let's go into limited. If you hit a 275, every single one of those people gets 150 each.
Huh.
So they don't have, so if a handful of people blow through it, great. If only one person blows through it, then great. Right. But it's a really cool, like threshold prize.
Yeah.
Because anybody who hits the top prize gets that. And then the rest that hit the middle tier prize, they share the rest of the pot. So there's a $5,000 pot there that, you can end up getting a share of, it's just pretty sweet, man. I really love that one.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that unique prize structure. I like seeing it get shaken up like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then there's another cool one too that I'll show you in a second. I want to get to Chewy's comment. The neon and font choice makes it look like a horror Christmas for some reason.
It really does. It really, truly does. I've kind of been thinking that since the beginning.
Oh, I like it. Kind of looks like
I'm not saying I don't like it, but I absolutely see what he's saying.
Well, like the font up here, maybe like a Nightmare Before Christmas, like the NC neon Christmas. That one, that logo.
Yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
It is the neon that's doing it. Although the graphics with the prizes kind of look like the candy college basketball cards that they put out a couple of years ago. Similar neon scheme to it. Yeah,
that's right. They had the light blue on that. The next one is cool too because they're adding a full additional card. You get the standard lineup's 5, but you get a 6th card. So imagine, in baseball, the standard lineup with an additional card on top of that.
Interesting.
What kind of wrinkle that would throw? That's, you can add an extra person to your stack or, whatever, just add an extra pitcher or do something weird. Right. But that's gonna be really cool because there's always great games on Christmas Day. It's such a fun day to watch basketball. Here's the schedule. You got the Spurs and the Knicks, Sixers and Celtics, Nuggets and Suns, Warriors, Lakers, T-Wolves and Mavs. So not a huge slate, but a lot of really fun teams and really fun matchups. And then you even additionally get to throw an extra card in there for 6 instead of 5, which is
I
pretty
like
sweet.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the daily / special weekly concept of shaking up what you're allowed / incentivized to enter into your lineup is cool, but also changing the actual structure of a lineup. I've thought that having to play 2 starting pitchers, for example, in MLB would be cool. Things like that would definitely add an added challenge to it. So I think I like what I'm seeing here with the different things they're trying with NBA. I mean, that's why I wanted to give it a shake, even though NBA isn't exactly my thing. I wanted to see what might be coming down the pike for MLB, which I like what I see.
We had somebody in the Discord take 6, and sorry for forgetting the name on the shout out. I forget who it was off the top of my head, but somebody took 6th and got a Jason Tatum.
Oh, I saw that in the Discord.
That was sweet.
Very
25 days apparently not enough for Chewy Wolf. He wants 8 more for Hanukkah. I love it. Let me see here. There are a couple of things too that we could kind of talk about. The market dynamic's been a little bit different with NBA because the credit system is different, right? The ability to get essence instead of just every single prize that you get out of a box being a card or a credit is really cool. Essence takes a while to build up, but if you're able to play a lot of competitions, it could actually kind of build up pretty quick, depending on how active you are, and get some really cool cards crafted out of it. But also the credits are a lot less, frequent, right?
Yeah.
So when we had $300 worth of credits that we weren't going to use at the end of the season, great. That doesn't really stack up, but they are 50% in basketball instead of 25%, which makes it even nicer to have. But harder to get, and it changes the market in a little bit different of a dynamic. But I think it's kind of cool. I've crafted some cool stuff. I've crossed my fingers for a high essence on my boxes rather than a credit, just to kind of see what I can get. But
can you also pull a card from a box, or is it just essence or credits?
You can also pull. It's just essence or credits.
Okay.
Yeah. You can.
I think I'm at about 28 essence from common playing.
What's that?
I think I've got about 28 essence just from playing 28 just from playing the common contests.
Oh, that's legit. There we go.
But not enough to craft anything yet.
Close. 22 away. Yeah. You can hit a pop. You can hit a pop with like a 20 essence. I've gotten a 20x essence before.
I think I popped a 10, a 5, and a couple 3s. So yeah, definitely looking forward. That's kind of been the goal, is to at least craft one thing this season. Would be cool. Get one actual limited card. But yeah, that's what I'm working towards on common.
There's cool, like a couple of these neon boxes or the neon Christmas advent calendar thing. You get a good chance at getting a second card if you buy one on auction. So that gets people to buy too. I mean, I think, the other day it was like a 20% chance of earning a second card.
Yeah.
Right. So you just get an extra card just for buying, whatever you bought, and we're going to buy anyways, which is cool.
Yeah.
Makes it a little more competitive.
A lot of good concepts, a lot of stuff I could see myself being very excited about with the baseball season coming around the corner.
100%. Props to Sorare. Have you taken a look at the secondary market at all, or had any interest in dabbling in any NBA cards?
I've clicked around. I ultimately decided to just stick with common, but I have clicked around enough just to kind of get a feel for what the top end of the limited market was. It doesn't look too overwhelming to get some decent cards, but at the same time, I just wouldn't know where to start, because my lack of knowledge with the NBA combined with the unique salary cap system, like I wouldn't really know what the value is. So that kind of made me pump the brakes, where it just felt like it's not as simple as getting good cards. It's cards that you can actually fit into a lineup.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different dynamic. It's easy to get burned if you don't know what you're doing. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's cool. I mean, like I wanted to look at the secondary market a little bit on the show today anyway. So over the next, 10 minutes here while we're still on stream, we could get into that. And then, I kind of wanted to maybe craft my lineup for tomorrow live or take a look at what's out there at least. But what have you thought about the swapping system?
I've been nervous to do that too. Like I really haven't done it because I don't know I don't know how to interpret like what a sell high is for a swap out or what a buy low is for. So I really haven't done much of it at all.
The charts matter a lot more when it comes to this game. So like the little bars that you get at the bottom here,
Yeah.
right? You can start to it's cool to have the visualization because if it's trending down, their L10 is going to go down, their price might go up. If it's trending up, I mean, these high tier guys don't matter because they're always going to be the MVP anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have guys with the lower cap in there, you could start to kind of notice some of these trends. It's only 5 on here, but it's still pretty good. It gives you a good sense. Yeah. The secondary market's kind of funny, right? Jokic, right? He's like basically what the cost of Ohtani was at this point in the season.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there.
But yeah, for the most part, I've just been letting whatever I win gets added to the collection and I go from there.
Yep. Nice. I made a couple of sales recently too. Sales are kind of cool to make, I feel like the market's pretty healthy in the NBA. It got a little dicey in MLB, but I think it's been pretty healthy in the NBA. I mean, it's obviously declining, but when you need the guy, or I mean, I think it's held okay, especially at this point in the year. It might be kind of similar to what the MLB was doing, but definitely some deals out there.
Which ones are is the gold nameplate at the bottom? Is that 2022 or 2023?
So this is 2023. 2022 would be this one right here, this Tatum. And then 2024 is this one right here. Okay. So for me, just like, opposite. I think I'm trying to even remember. I like personally year 2 of MLB the best, which reminds me the most of this year's current card for the NBA for some reason. Ours this year remind me of last year's version of the NBA, which is it was the first year of like the 3D, kind of like we had the 3D version this year. So
yeah, I do like the OG ones too, though. Those are clean.
The OG ones are super clean.
Yeah,
I love those. I think those are.
I think those are my favorite of the 3.
Yeah.
I do like the current season ones too, though.
Yeah, it's a toss up for me. I think between these two, the OG and this current season. So that's always fun. Anybody? Let me see here. Anybody in the chat let me see. I'll post this up. Anyone get big rewards in season dailies? Cash rewards in there? Let me know. Or just any big wins across the board recently. We want to hear from the chat while we're here for a couple more minutes. And anything else that you guys want to talk about, feel free to pipe it in the chat too. Chewy, nah for me. It's tough. It's tough out there, man.
I've had I think one of the more unique things, and I guess this probably isn't as difficult when you have a bigger collection, but the decision between prioritizing dailies versus like there's a lot of the like the pro competition where it spans 3 days where I just pass on it because I'd rather keep what I need for the dailies, but you don't know what the dailies are going to be. So sometimes you can't even play them anyway. So that's been a unique toss up, but I don't see that being as big an issue if you are somebody with a big collection, because you play it all and you hope for the best. But when you got a smaller collection, it's been tough to decide.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that at all?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I kind of talked a little strategy on that last time, where it's like sometimes it's cool to save, the cards with multiple games for the dailies, because then you get to
Right.
use it more than once.
Right.
I always make my priority like the in-season champ contest, just because I'm trying to get $5, $10 or whatever, compared to the prize structure in the other contest. But yeah, sorry for the confusion on that jump shoot. I meant the cash prizes for the in-season tournament, the Emirates Cup. They had some cash prizes on there. But yeah, I mean, it is tough sometimes, especially in common, because I think I'm ever going to really win a top prize in, common? Not really, but that's more reason to stack up the daily boxes to get essence. So I've been liking the essence. And then also at the same time, you never really know too, even if you save like one of your best players that has multiple games, because you want to use them in the dailies, like with the different rules changing, they could call all big men,
Right.
and like your point guard could be out of luck and you can't use them anyway. So you're like, shit,
Yeah. Like if I don't like my daily lineup the day that pro is going to lock, then I'll prioritize pro instead, because I know that first day is dead on daily anyway. So I'll lean back the other way.
Yep.
But I'm also just kind of fully processing the fact that daily hoops is only common, huh? There's no paid, like there's no or are there?
Yeah, there are.
There is. Okay, so there's limited daily contests too.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. Yeah, so limited dailies, and there is no in-season requirement for those either. So,
yeah,
yeah,
because I'm seeing like on the homepage here that it shows on pro, it's got all the like the common, limited, rare, and super rare colors for cards, but on daily, it's just showing common. But I also don't fully know how to navigate this yet, so I could be just looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you can view more competitions or something like that. I think that's like an interface thing that everybody kind of got tripped up with early on. I was like, I was that early on in the season figured that out. But
gotcha. Okay. Yep.
What about anybody in the chat got any big like trade rumors, trade talks going on? I would love to see Levine get moved. Finally, they're talking about it every single year. You're seeing some headlines out there about the Nuggets potentially going to get him. He's one of the guys that I've always kind of had in Sorare just because of his volatility. He can have, a crazy game where he's just, going crazy, or a game with a bunch of turnovers, which could keep him, at a moderate to lower L10. So that's kind of one of my guys that I like to play. But it'd be cool to see him in a different offense, or just kind of a change of scenery for him. Yeah, that's true. I mean, MPJ and Gordon, both small forwards, wing type of players. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Kuzma or the Wizards. Yeah, Kuzma or some of the Wizards could get traded to contenders. Jordan Poole's been in the rumors too. It's always fun to see how they shake things up at the trade deadline, which is, I think, the first week of February 6th, if I want to say it right. So should be fun. Where's the NBA All-Star game this year? Sorare always does something fun for the All-Star game too.
Yeah, they are good about that.
Let me see here. I don't even know where it's at. 2025. Oh, and there was a new announcement on the format this year too. The format was all wacky last year too. I don't know what it's like this year. Oh, it's in San Francisco at the Chase Center. Huh. That's cool. Yep, there we go. change the format for the All-Star. Miguel, what's good? Welcome on in. Oh yeah, Chase and SF. There we go.
Did they turn it into like multiple games? It's like a little tournament. Is there like 3 teams or something, or 4 teams?
It was like that. It's 14. Yeah, I think it's 4 teams now. I didn't read it. I got the push notification like either today or yesterday, so probably should look into that. But yeah, man, that'll be fun. That's February 16th, so about a week after the trade deadline. So
nice.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get back on stream sometime soon. I'm done. If you're done, you got anything else?
No, it was fun. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, man. Of course. Everybody in the chat, thanks for stopping by. Second episode of the year. We had the Emirates NBA Cup, which was awesome. Really fun experience. Shout out to Sorare for just doing a great job so far this year. We're really excited. We're really excited for everything that we've seen and excited going into baseball too. So come watch an A's game in Sac. Chewy. Let's go. I'm down. That's gonna be awesome, man. I've been actually. Have you seen some of the renovations that they have to do to make it like
No.
MLB ready?
I haven't seen any of it.
Oh, they're ripping stuff up, making a new locker room, like doing some cool stuff to that really small park. So
that's cool.
Good. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good for Sac, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, good stuff, guys. Go Sox.
Go Sox.
We'll see you guys later.
See you guys later.